This episode is brought to you by SD Sober Living. If you or someone you know needs a safe, supportive recovery home, then reach out to SD Sober Living at www.sdsoberliving.org or call 619-334-9869. That's 619-334-9869. Come get some fuck fentanyl and some San Diego recovery at SD Sober Living. Hey everyone, it's the Fuck Fentanyl guy here, and I wanted to make a special announcement that Nobody Plans on Dying presents the Wicked Fast San Diego Marathon and Half Marathon. It's more than a race, it's a movement. Join the runners, families, survivors, and our community as we raise awareness for fentanyl overdose prevention, honor lives, and fight for hope, healing, and second chances. Every mile matters, every voice matters, every step helps saves lives. Join us at Syquan Casino on June 13th at 9 a.m. and purchase tickets on www.wickedfastca.com. That's www.wickedfastca.com to join the race or just to show up and support. The Fuck Fentanyl guy will be there. I hope to see you guys there too.
Scrub is a guy that thinks he's flying, is also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants and just sits on his broke ass. So, no, I don't want your number, no. I don't want to give you mine, and no, I don't want to meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time, and no, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Checking me, but his game is kinda weak, and I know that he cannot approach me.
TLC. No scrubs.
No scrubs.
No scrubs here.
Hell no.
My name's Luis Romero. I'm the Fuck Fentanyl guy, and this is the Fuck Fentanyl podcast. I have my friend Olivia here. How you doing?
Hi.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, Olivia, where did you grow up?
So I was born in Atlanta, but when I was like 9, we moved to West Palm Beach, Florida. So I just say I'm from Florida because that's where I like spent most of my childhood.
And West Palm Beach, is that like around Miami area?
Yeah, it's like an hour, maybe an hour and a half north of Miami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You gotta have like that tan.
Yeah, I get that a lot. People tell me that I look like a Florida girl.
Yeah.
And I take it as a compliment.
Yeah, So, do you remember anything from Atlanta, or is it just all kind of a blur?
No, honestly, this sounds like so depressing, but the last thing I remember a little bit of my elementary school and my best friend Brooke and like us playing in the backyard all the time. And then I just remember my parents telling me that we were moving because my dad got a job transfer. And I just remember being so sad.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but it was fine. I ended up like, I love Florida. Like I had a really good time. So I was so young and like didn't really matter. You know?
Right. I mean, maybe at the time, but then
yes,
just get over it.
Yes. When I'm a kid, everything feels like the end of the world, but it's not, you know?
For sure. And West Palm Beach, so that's pretty much been your home for most of your life?
Yeah. So actually, I was thinking about this before I came. I have moved so much throughout my whole life. So like I was in West Palm from like 2009 to maybe 2017. Then my senior year, I moved to a little town in Michigan called Midland.
Okay.
And then I moved back to Florida for college, and I lived in Gainesville, and then I moved all around Florida. Then I moved to Jacksonville, then I moved to Tampa, and now I'm here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I've really never stayed in one spot for too long. I think the longest I was anywhere was that like 9 years I was in Georgia.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. And all those cities that you just said, are they all different from each other?
Yes. So absolutely.
I saw a YouTube video recently. My friend Danielle sent me. It's like it shows like these cities and how and like I'll have to show it to you. It's like they like it'll show Jacksonville, then it'll show Tampa, and then it'll show Miami, and just like how vastly different they are.
Yes, like totally different worlds, different people.
Yeah, like totally.
West Palm is like especially the area I was in, like obviously every city has good parts and bad parts, but like it was very Palm Beach, like like polo, like horses, like you know what I mean, like flower dresses and Vera Bradley and stuff. And then Jacksonville was like the complete opposite of that. Jacksonville, at least where I was, I lived in a nicer part for a little bit, but, you know, when my addiction got me kicked out of the house, then I was in, like, there's a lot of, like, bad areas of Jacksonville. Yeah, I was definitely in the hood for a while. And then Gainesville is where the University of Florida is. So that was very much almost like PB, like a college party town.
Party town.
Yes. And then Tampa, I was in St. Petersburg, which is, like, a little bit south of Tampa. And St. Petersburg was very, like, old people smoking blunts, like hippie art, like cat cafes, and like all that shit. Yes.
Jesus Christ. I was going to look for this video because I'm pretty sure you're going to find it fucking hilarious. It's a YouTube. I don't know like who's the creator of it, but it's just like this, like, it does it for all the states too. It's not just Florida.
Like just showing like
all the cities, and it just kind of shows like how ridiculously like different they are from each other. Like it'll show California, like
because it's the same here, right?
Yeah,
like
LA, LA, even LA and San Diego are fucking totally different.
Yeah, totally different.
Like the vibe is one. I mean the climate's the same,
right?
That's pretty much it, and then everything else is a totally different fucking vibe.
No, that's so true. Like from the way they speak. Are mean. I've heard that. I've heard that.
They're very, very, very rude.
Yeah, I had a guy come in from my work, and he like lived in LA for 8 years, and he just moved here, and he said it's like so different, that the people in LA are very much like in their own world. It's almost like a third world. Yeah, that's how he was describing it.
It's so weird. It's like clustered, and okay, here it is. I found it.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, I'll show it to you. Check it out real quick. I don't normally do this, but this shit was just...
Is the volume... Wait.
Here. You can turn it on.
Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul.
No, so accurate. Oh my god, that's so funny. The SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Yeah. Orlando's just like busy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Gainesville. That's what you're talking about.
That is so true.
Yeah, that's what this kid.
That is so funny. That's crazy. I've literally lived in every one of those.
That's what I was thinking about. I just watched it like 2 days ago.
I can't express to you how accurate that is. Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, they do it for every state. It's hilarious as fuck.
Oh my god, you got to send that to me.
I will. Absolutely. I'll give a shout out to this. Maybe let me see.
Oh my god, you should. Yeah.
So people that are listening could probably understand what the hell I'm talking about.
Like not even words, just pictures, and it describes everything perfectly.
Yeah, Mad Wolf speaks. And go look up the Florida one. POV when you go to Florida.
No, it's so
Shout
true.
out.
That's funny.
Yeah. So you went to pretty much school in one city though, right? Like throughout your school, like middle and high school and all that?
Yeah. So from second grade to 10th grade, I was in one school in Palm Beach, West Palm. And it was like a private Christian school. And I absolutely hated it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I fucking hated that shit. Because it's like, I was at least, probably still am, honestly.
Yeah.
Super defiant. So if you force me to do anything, I automatically don't want to do it. And I want to do the complete opposite, you know?
Absolutely.
I was kind of a brat. So like, if you're going to force me to wear like the stupid skirt and like a collared shirt and do chapel on Thursdays, like I don't want to fucking go to your chapel or wear your skirt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I feel bad about it because like, it was like a really nice school. It was like a performing arts school. They had a lot of money. My mom worked there so that we could go.
She got to do the hookup.
Yes, for discounted tuition. So, but I hated it like so much. I don't know why. I think part of it was like, I just didn't want to be forced to do anything.
Sure.
My family grew up like raised me Christian and stuff, and I didn't have a good relationship with them, so that made me look negatively on that whole thing, like as a whole. Yeah, exactly. And so I was going through a lot, and I really wanted to change schools, but the rule was if my mom worked there, all of her kids had to go there. So they made an exception with me because the school saw that I was struggling so much and doing so horribly that they let me leave. So then 11th grade, that's like my junior year, I went to a public school nearby, and that was my first time ever in a public school.
Ooh.
Shocking. I loved it because they did not give a fuck.
No, hell no.
Yeah, I would walk to school. I was like in special classes, so I didn't have to go till third period.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And I would walk there. I would walk like an hour to school.
Okay.
And I honestly loved it because I would just listen to music. I would smoke a blunt on the way there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And, I'd probably had a drink too. And then I would go into class, and in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm walking there, so the wind is blowing away the weed smell. I do not smell like
you
weed.
don't smell like weed.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
The pregame of school. I
literally
love it.
faced an entire blunt, but no smell. So then I would sit down in class, and like all my classmates around me, this one guy who'd be like, "You smell so loud right now," and I'd be like, "No, I don't. Like, you're so dumb."
Yeah.
And it was just shocking because, like, for example, we would have like a project for school, and no one in the class would submit a project, and the teacher would just be like kind of mad about it, and then like the two students that did would present. No one. They did not give a fuck. Oh my god, I skipped class all the time. I like was not there at all.
Yeah. Hi.
No, you're good. The blinds are like stuck on my. There we go. Okay.
You're good.
And then my senior year, when I moved to Michigan, I went to another school up there. And that was a public school too, but it was nicer. So they kind of gave more of a fuck. So I've kind of been all around. And then I did online for a while too. So
really?
Yeah. So I guess like I've been to a lot of different schools.
I see.
Yeah.
And you graduated?
I did by the skin of my fucking teeth, dude.
Hey, that's it.
Because that school in Michigan, I was like, that's like my addiction really started to kickstart at that age. And so I was skipping all the time too. So they put me in, they called it Paths, and it was online. So I would go to school late. I would walk up there. I lived like right behind the school, and I would just be in this like alternative classroom, and we'd be like sitting on a couch doing like online things. And I was like a full semester behind, or maybe like a quarter and a half.
Yeah.
And I looked at my teacher. I said, "Do you think I'm going to graduate?" And he was like, "I've seen miracles happen before."
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was miracles? Like, fuck. And that like sparked something
Hail
in me.
Mary.
Yes. And so, but this was before like they had all of the tools to see if you were cheating and stuff. I literally just Googled everything. Like I act like I was so smart and did all the school, but I think I just Googled everything and
wow, it's almost
busted shit out. Yeah. And then I
ChatGPT before?
Yes, literally.
Yeah.
I forgot. We would have like certain websites where we would have the exact questions and answers, and people would post all the answers and stuff.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was great. So yeah, I did.
That. When I was in school, we had flip phones.
Oh my god, no way!
And it fucking And the internet took forever. Really? Anytime you wanted to look at anything, it would take like a good 1 minute
to load.
Yeah, to load. It feels like it's just eternity. It'll just keep circling.
And you guys had to pay for minutes too, right?
We had to pay for minutes.
Crazy.
And then you get it for free after 9 o'clock.
No way, 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, my buddy, my best friend, he was like the most ghettoest white boy ever.
Really?
And he would fucking have this like super cheap plan. It's all his family could afford.
Right.
You know, I got lucky. My dad's family hooked me up with the phone, and that was actually really late on. That was like when I was like 16 already. I got my first phone. But he was not as fortunate. He had this just really shitty T-Mobile plan.
Oh, really?
That, you only talk to 5 people.
Oh,
top
that
5.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then he has that. But he told me he could call anybody after 9 p.m.
Okay, that's good.
So that's cool.
So he's probably doing that all night.
Yeah,
oh my god, I would.
Yeah.
I remember when the Blackberries came out. I loved those.
Oh yeah, the Blackberries.
Yeah, my dad had this game because he had one for work, and the ball would bounce off the brick into the other bricks. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I played that shit all the time.
Oh fuck yeah. And so the cell phones didn't really start evolving until probably I was like an adult. I think I saw my first iPhone when I got out of rehab when I was 24.
Really?
Yeah.
That was your first
time I ever saw an iPhone.
Wow.
I had an iPod,
Right. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember those too.
And then I
Yeah.
sold them for heroin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had like 3 of them.
Damn. And you sold all 3 or just?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, one, this rehab took it from me. It was like a big hockey puck, like looking thing. It was like 80 gigabytes of storage. So you could fit thousands and thousands of songs. Yeah, this rehab, they lost it. Like the staff member.
No way.
Yeah. And I told him too, like, hey, well, can you just can my family pick it up? And they're, oh yeah, next week. And I was there for like 6 months, and I kept telling them, when are you gonna give my family my iPod back? Like, can you at least just like try to go find it?
Yeah.
And then they just totally blew it off. And they're like, well, I guess we're just gonna have to recompensate for it. I'm like, what do you mean?
What?
Like, did you fucking sell it? Like,
Yeah.
It was a whole thing.
I bet a staff member took it.
Yeah,
I would make
I
them
think
pay
he
me
did.
for that.
I think he did.
You never got it back
And
or
they never got it
anything?
back, and then never paid me.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then they bitched about me not paying their fees.
Oh,
And,
fuck your fees.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck your fees. Like, you fucking lost my shit.
No,
And
that would
that
make
was an
me mad.
expensive ass iPod at the time.
No.
Yeah,
That would
it
make
was
me
worth
so
money
mad.
at the time. But
I guarantee someone took it.
yeah, they did. It was a very ghetto place. It was very it was right in the heart of the hood in San Diego.
Oh, God.
30th and Market.
No, I haven't heard of that.
Oh yeah, it's just a shithole.
Oh, my God.
It's like southeast San Diego. It's like probably if there's like a top 5 ghetto neighborhoods, like
Really?
that neighborhood is one of them.
Dude, I can't imagine, because even going downtown at that show of House of Blues and seeing all like the homeless and stuff, that was like kind of shocking.
Yeah, that's downtown. Used to be. Downtown's always been kind of rough on the edges.
Yeah,
but it got so bad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It got really bad with fentanyl.
Yeah,
kind of coming in and just a lot of like homelessness. Just it. I used to see them like a few homeless people. I worked in downtown in 2016, and it wasn't nearly as bad. Like you see, you see a couple here and there every street, but it's just like they just started living there, like legit, like tents, tented up. It was like a part of downtown where they used to have tents, but now they just tent up wherever the fuck.
Really?
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, they took up streets.
Wow. Kind of like a Skid Row.
Kind of like LA Skid Row. Not as like
right
massive, but
is Skid Row massive?
Yeah, Skid Row. I was just actually watching a video about it. It's like a actual like a square, half a square mile radius.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's their city.
That's crazy.
It's fenced up and everything.
Yeah, and I know like police don't really.
Yeah, they don't
care.
go there. They just let them go. They go to Skid Row.
Yeah,
and they'll drop people off there too.
For what reason? Because they live there.
Well, no, just because they did that. If nobody has nowhere to go, they'll just drop them off at Skid Row.
Wow,
yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was thinking about the other day? Is like, okay, so one thing that was kind of a culture shock when I moved here is how there's no public restrooms. Like everywhere you go, you have to like, if you go into like a McDonald's, you have to buy something and stuff.
Buys them, yeah.
And I thought that's so annoying. And then I was on Facebook Reels, and this girl made a video about how she was out in LA and she saw on two separate occasions the same day, homeless people like taking a shit outside in public and like how crazy. And it was like a commentary about how that's so bad or whatever. And I thought to myself, like, they have nowhere to use the bathroom. Like, do you think that closing all the public restrooms would just make them not, and I feel like it clicked late, but I was like, that's crazy to be like, have nothing and nowhere to go for that, because like I get it, businesses can't have like people like, because I've had people showering in the bathroom and stuff, but it's just like kind of so inhumane, even in a McDonald's, you're telling me I can't go to a McDonald's, so it's just like they're trying to fix the problem in the worst ways possible, making it worse.
California is really, really bad at fixing problems.
I feel like the whole country is low key.
We're the leaders.
Yes.
So in Florida, was there like problems with like hard drugs and stuff like that when you were growing up? You see a lot of people partying with like hardcore stuff. It's
funny. So when I got into it, I was like kind of very sheltered, private school.
Yeah.
I was in a good neighborhood.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I think it was because like growing up, like especially when I turned 13 and I hit like puberty and like all that shit and went into middle school, it was like a lot. And I was online and I was always just like very curious about drugs.
Okay.
And I just thought to myself, I'd always think like you have one life. Yeah. And you have you have the opportunity to experience all these different states of mind that you won't be able to experience when you die. And if you can change how your mind is perceiving things and go into all these alternate types of thinkings and worlds, why would you not do that? You know?
Yeah.
And I thought that all the time. And I would look out online. I was a Tumblr girl, like people smoking weed and all the time. So it started like, oh my God, I really want to smoke weed. I really want to try acid. I really want to do this.
Yeah.
And thinking back now, I feel like it was less of like I just like, I thought I was so deep and like philosophical, my 13-year-old fucking self. But I think I was just I really do believe I was just trying to escape because I was so unhappy at home. I was like, that's when like my mental health problems started, like depression, all of that. And there was like I didn't know anyone who really did drugs. I had one friend and her brother was a stoner, and that was like the closest thing I got.
Okay, yeah.
So I had a neighbor. Her name was Miss Nelson or whatever. I don't know her like first name or whatever. Probably shouldn't say it anyway. But she was very sweet, and she had a lot of back problems and like back surgeries and stuff. So I would go over there to walk her dogs, and I would like make her like her little microwaved meals, and like her family didn't talk to her anymore. And like I had no knowledge of addiction, what it looked like, anything about that. So that wasn't even on my radar. I was just thinking, oh, this poor like lady, you know.
Yeah.
But looking back, she was absolutely like doctor shopping, opiate addict, you know, all of that.
I see.
And so one day she would be in her bedroom sometimes, and I would make her food in the kitchen and bring it up. Yeah. And she would have all of her medications out on the table. And I was like, I wonder what these are. Like, I know you can get high off like pills. I picked up a bottle and it said hydrocodone. And I remember Googling like, can you get high on hydrocodone?
Yeah, can.
And obviously Google was like, yes, you can.
Yes, you
and
can.
I was like, okay, period. Like, I want to try it. Right. And this was the first drug I ever did. First time getting high, like whatever. And I took like, I think I took like 2.
Yeah.
I don't even know what milligrams they were. And I popped them, and I will never forget this like experience, Luis. Like I remember this like it was yesterday. I gave her food, whatever, went home, took a shower. I remember everything. The song I was playing like Pink Floyd. And
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was
Fuck
great.
yeah,
I know,
dude.
like literally I was in the shower and I was taking like a scorching hot shower. I opened the door. The steam's like whatever. Pink Floyd's doing their fucking thing.
Yeah,
and like
of course,
I'm going in the bathroom, and I feel fucking amazing. I'm like so happy. And I remember thinking like my first thought when I like realized what I was like, what was going on. I just remember being like, oh, this is how normal people feel. Like, this is how I'm supposed to feel. And this is how I want to feel like forever. Right, so it was like instant, like right away. Cause I thought that what I was experiencing was what other people experience on a day-to-day basis, because I was going through a lot of depression and I was like not happy at all. Like a lot of like my dad and I weren't getting along. I wasn't doing good in school, all this shit. And so for the first time I felt like happy and almost stabilized like normally. And I was like, oh, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. I just can do this forever and I'll be fine. And all this other bullshit that I'm dealing with doesn't even matter. And so that kind of like kickstarted everything. So then every time I would go over to her house, I would take some, and she would have like muscle relaxers and all this shit. And she'd have like these giant bottles of pills. And then she would have like boxes and cartons of cigarettes. So it's like, once I got into that, it was like game over, you know? And then that led me down like a road, and then I got acid, and then I smoked weed and drinking and like, you know, yeah. So that's like, I was never like around all that shit, but I put myself into it, you know, because I had that one like person that I could do that with, and I totally took advantage of it, you know? So that's kind of how it started.
How old were you when this was going on?
I think it was 13.
Wow, no shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was really, I started pretty young, but it never became like, at that age, it wasn't even close to like every day. If I stop, I'm going to get sick, you know?
Right.
Because I remember at one point, like, because, you know, obviously if you take an addict's drugs, they're going to fucking notice.
Oh,
like,
fuck yeah, they will.
So I remember going over to her house one day and the pills weren't on the counter and I was like, what the hell? And she told me this story about how she thought one of her good friends was stealing from her. She didn't say what. But she was just talking mad shit about this friend and how she's never going to come over again. And she was like angry. And I knew for a fact that like she was talking about the shit that I stole.
Yeah.
But I also, this is so fucked up. I knew for a fact she would never suspect me because I'm like the little 13-year-old Christian girl coming over to walk her dogs, you know?
She's not thinking.
Yeah, I felt really guilty about that for like a while, dude. Because like, oh my God, literally she would be on her bed. I would be like, rubbing like icy hot on her back with one hand, and then I would be taking her pills off the nightstand with the other. Yeah.
My chance.
So bad. Yes.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. So that's like kind of how it started. And then after that, I just wanted to try everything.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, my parents had no idea at this point. They found out pretty quickly because I'm not sneaky at all. I'm a terrible liar. I get caught so easily.
Oh, okay.
So I remember, I met this guy at church because I was grounded for some reason. This was like maybe like a year later. And so I was only allowed to go to church. I couldn't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
And he was wearing like a Zeppelin shirt and I was like, I love Led Zeppelin. Now I want to date you. You know what I mean? Like that's how my brain worked. And so I had a crush on him and he started selling me weed at church and we ended up dating for like a while, but that's how that started. And honestly, that was like the beginning of like the neighbor probably was, but like transactional relationships, like
I see.
all it was, you know? Because he was like not nice to me, so there was no reason for me to stay, but like he was my plug and I didn't. And you know, I was so young. I was just like, okay, whatever. This is my first relationship. I don't know how it's supposed to go.
Right, of course.
But then I started smoking, and I remember the first time I smoked weed, I smoked it out of an apple, and it didn't work, and I was pissed.
Really?
And then the second time, I rolled a joint, and I opened my window, and I was just like in my room. My parents were downstairs; they weren't even asleep yet, and I was just blowing the smoke out the window because I thought it would be fine. And they caught me immediately. It smelled up the whole house. You know what I'm saying?
What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you
how
just lit it up
stupid,
a joint
bro.
right here.
Low IQ for real. And so after that moment, like they were on me. Like, yeah. So that's like how they kind of caught on, and then that led to like even more bullshit because then they would my dad would like search my room like randomly, and he would just he would go through all my shit. Like literally, I would come home from school and everything would be just like
all over,
fucked up, my clothes everywhere, everything, and he would probably always find shit. You know what I mean?
Probably.
But like, that like fucked me up because that's like my privacy gone, which made home life worse, which made me want to like keep getting high and stuff like that. So yeah,
you just want to run away after that.
Yeah, dude, it was bad. I hated being at home, honestly. Right. I really did. I could like, that's like a whole other podcast. It's just like shit that I went through at home. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But I get it. Cause like, you know, I'm sure it was scary for my parents. Like I was like self-harming, going through so much shit. Like I bet they weren't planning on that. You know, they didn't know what to do with that. So I'm sure they were like worried and concerned. They were just doing what they could. They did like, at least my dad did not react in a nice, caring, any type of way that would have been helpful. But looking back, it's like he can only do what he knows, you know? And I'm sure, like, I know he loves me and was concerned. It fucked me up, but like, you know what I mean? There's no like super bad resentment anymore, I don't think.
I see.
Yeah.
You moved past it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And when did you move out?
So I moved out actually at 18. So like by the time I moved to Michigan for my senior year, that's when I started doing like real drugs, like big girl drugs. Because yes, like so dumb. So when I moved to Michigan, I started working at this pizza shop. And it was a cool job, whatever. And I was the youngest employee. I think I was also one of the only girls. and everything was chill. And I remember my manager and one of my other coworkers, they were talking about like getting high after work or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I'll join you or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like 17, 18 at this time. And I remember my manager saying like, oh, you don't do the drugs, I do. And I was like, I probably do. I guarantee I do. Cause I do fucking pills, but that's not what he was talking about.
No, yeah.
And he was like, if you do the drugs, I do, we're going to be best friends or whatever. And I was like, okay. And I remember being like, what? And like a week later, I'm hanging out because I got really close with all of them. I'm at that manager's apartment with my coworkers, and we're just sitting there like talking. And he pulls out a crack pipe, and they start smoking crack. And they look at each other, and they're like, "Should we hand it to her?" And then the manager is like, I don't know, maybe. Like, and then they hand it to me, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
And so I remember this too. This is another like memory burned into my brain. As I saw him take that first hit. Yeah. And the look on his face after he did it was just like pure bliss and like relief. And I was like,
that's what you want.
I want to feel exactly like that.
Yeah.
So then they taught me how to like hit the pipe and like how to smoke crack and like, all of that. And like that same day they were selling to someone. Yeah. And this guy came over to the apartment. Yeah. And he was my coworker before he came over. He's like, just to let you know, this guy bangs. I just want to give you a heads up. And I had no fucking idea what that meant,
I see.
And then this guy comes over and he starts banging heroin. Yeah. And that kind of scared me because I had a fear of needles, so I had to like look away. Yeah. But then that got us. Yes, yeah. I was like, oh my God, that's scary. But then they brought out heroin, and so then I started doing heroin with them too. I was snorting it. So then I started speedballing with them like all the fucking time, and then I started dating that stupid fucking coworker.
No,
yeah, that was full dating. Quotes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're doing drugs together.
You're the dealer. That means you're my boyfriend.
Yeah, literally. It's so bad. So that's when like I still didn't have any sort of mind on addiction or anything. And then when I turned 18, I was going back to Florida because my brother was in Gainesville in school, and I was going to an apartment to move in with him. Okay. I got caught drinking one night, and I got an MIP, and I had to go to court. And I literally left the courtroom. I had to pay like $100, and then got in the car and immediately drove to Florida with my family to go to school. No shit. And right before I left, that manager died. He had a heart attack and overdosed. And that was like the first person who ever like in my life I knew like died of drugs, you know? I see. Yeah. And that was a lot for me too. And then I remember getting into the apartment. My parents left. They helped me move in and everything. And I wasn't withdrawing at all. I don't think I like got to that point. But I was just very like crawling out of my skin. Yeah. And that's when I turned to like alcohol to like get away from that feeling. And I got a job right away, like before my parents even went back home at this bar. It was like a bar pizza place, and I was on like the food side. And then that bar, I met some of the most amazing people in my life and some of the worst people in my life. And like it was like super fun, but also like the drug thing like skyrocketed, you know? It was like crazy because I could get anything. I would just be in the bathroom and people would be like, oh, you want to do a bump? So I started doing coke. One of the kitchen guys was sold Molly. Not even sold it. He would give it to me. He would just be like, open your hand. And then I would have like a fat rock of Molly in my hand, you know? We'd put it in our Dr. Pepper and shit. Wow. And that was fun. I mean... bad, but like fun.
Molly at work?
Yeah. Oh, all the time. It was just like the usual. You know what I mean? And obviously like Xanax. And I remember doing meth for the first time, like my first week there, because I asked this guy if he had any bars, and he brought me into his truck. So this is another low IQ move. I went into the truck with him, and his girlfriend was there, so it's like fine. But I was in the truck, closed the doors, and I'm like, they could have just fucking taken me. And he pulled out this like gallon bag of like all these Xanax bars, and he was like, do you want to try this? And he gave me like a sample of meth, and I was like, okay. Shit. And then I tried that when I went home, and that kind of irked me too, because I was like, what am I doing? Right. You know, because I still had like all like the kind of depression and stuff, and I would journal a lot, and I would just be like, what am I fucking doing right now? You know? Right. But it didn't scare me like enough. Also, I'm not an upper person, so I didn't really do anything.
Yeah, it didn't really matter.
Yeah, no.
I'm not either. I don't like meth.
Yeah, no, same. I was prescribed Adderall, so I was like, it's like the same thing. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Kinda.
So you're already like adjusted.
Yeah.
So that does nothing.
Exactly. And he gave me like the tiniest amount, so I was just like, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, yeah.
So what happened after you were experimenting with this stuff? Was it just still working in the industry and all that?
Yeah, so I was at that bar for like years and years, and I think I started to develop a little bit of like a drinking problem because I couldn't stop. After a certain point, I'd be like 6 drinks is my max.
Okay.
But I could never even stop after 6 drinks. There's like
Really?
a couple times where it got really bad. Yeah. Yeah, and I would drink like Rumplemints too. So it's like that's like 90 proof, and so like
damn.
Yeah. Because in my head it's like like a better bang for your buck. I got 1 free shift drink, so it's like I'm going to take the strongest thing I can.
Of course, yeah.
And then I was always looking for, because I still like from the first day I tried it when I was in West Palm, I loved opiates. Like I was always looking for opiates. I would find some here and there. Never got a consistent plug.
I see.
Until I met my ex, and he worked out a smoke shop across the street.
Okay.
And he had gone to rehab when he was younger.
Yeah.
I didn't know it at first, but for opiates, we had the same DOC.
I see.
So his friend sold, and his friend didn't even sell that many, but we were buying so many of them that he decided to just keep them in stock.
I see.
And he would sell the blues, and I was doing them like every day, but I didn't really I didn't think about withdrawal, addiction, anything like that. Doing it. And eventually me and this ex moved in. I had gone home for a little bit, but I got in a huge fight with my dad, so I decided to move in with him, or else I wouldn't. I don't like moving in with like boyfriends. I think it's like kind of like not my thing.
Well, that's a very smart, at least, you know.
Yeah, and then I totally went against that, and like all this shit happened because I moved in with him and 2 other guys, like his coworkers.
Yeah.
And one of them was a dealer, and he sold blues. So I'm now living with my drug dealer, and he would have like thousands of them. I would come home from work. They would be in the couch cushions, in the carpet, like on the kitchen counter. I would look in my room. I would just find one on the floor, all this shit. And I'm spending so much fucking money at this point.
Oh, I bet.
And I'm doing them without thinking all day, every day, all the fucking time.
Right.
And one day, me and my ex got into like a huge fight. He like snapped at me. He was like throwing shit. It was scary, like out of nowhere. And he never acted like that. So it freaked me out. And so I went home to Jacksonville, like up north, because my parents had moved back at this point. And I stayed home. This is the first night I've been away from him in that apartment in like a year, I want to say. And I remember like laying down in bed, and I was like, I feel like shit right now. I was like, oh my God, I feel horrible. Like, what's going on? And I Googled it, and I was in fucking withdrawal. So then I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm texting my, the dealer roommate, and he's like, come back. Oh, I have this thing for you. It's called Suboxone. I'll give it to you. It'll make you feel better. And I was like, okay, bet. So we went back there to get all my stuff. He gave me a sub. I felt way better. I felt great, actually.
Yeah, right. Like $1 million.
Yes. And then I moved back home to Jacksonville, which is like maybe an hour 45 away from Gainesville. And then like a couple weeks later, that dealer and my ex both moved to Jacksonville as well. Like 20 minutes away from me. So like I went home to try to get away from it because that withdrawal thing like really scared me.
Oh, for sure.
And it just followed me. And like once I had that like feeling and that routine and that consistency in my head, it's like it's over. Like I thought of it all the fucking time. I always wanted it. And I was like, oh my God, that was like so bad, because then that dealer, when he moved to Jax, he stopped getting the blues and he started getting fent. And he didn't say it was fentanyl. He just said it's the stuff that's in the blues. I was aware of fentanyl, but I didn't fully like make the connection. Sure. I think I knew in the back of my head, but like I didn't care because this shit's way cheaper.
Right.
It's stronger, and I don't think it feels as good as like oxys, but like it's stronger and it does the fucking job. So then I started doing fentanyl like purely all the time, like smoking it all day, every day. Like I needed that shit. And the withdrawals from that are like a lot quicker. Yeah. And a lot worse. Yeah. So that was like when I really for real got trapped, like really bad in that shit. Yeah. Yeah, and so that got really bad, but I was still like kind of functioning, like not a lot of people knew about it.
Yeah.
And then one night I OD'd. My dealer came over. I was out at the bars before, and so I had drank before. I didn't tell him that, and he came to drop some shit off, and I was smoking it, and he told me that like I just stopped breathing, like my heart stopped. I started like my lips or whatever. Yeah. And this is in my parents' house. I'm now dying with my drug dealer in the house while my parents are asleep.
Oh God!
And so he called 911, and he told me he had to do CPR on me for like a really long, like not a really long time, but like he said 10 minutes, but that sounds dramatic to me. I don't think it was, I don't want to believe it was 10 minutes, but yeah. So then he kept me alive. What's it called? EMS, like the ambulance came, they had to Narcan me a couple times, and then they took me to the hospital or whatever. And they woke my parents up, obviously. Yeah. My dealer dipped the fuck out as soon as they came. And I remember waking up in the ambulance, and my first thought was like, oh, fuck, like, I really did it this time. And then I remember thinking, I kind of want more. You know what I mean? I really kind of want to get high again. And that's what scared me, was like that other thought of like, I literally am in an ambulance, and I still want to go get high off the thing that just killed me, you know? Because this is so new to me. I don't know anything about this. Yeah. And I tried to tell my dad I did coke, and it was laced. Yeah. He believed me. I don't think he actually believed me. I think he just left it alone. Sure. And then I tried to get sober on my own because I refused to go to rehab. I didn't think I needed rehab. Yeah. My ex told me I did not need rehab. That it was dramatic. Well,
so yeah, that's dramatic. You know what I mean? That's dramatic.
I died, but you know what? Don't get help. That's so dramatic.
Yeah.
So dumb. And I went to an online Suboxone doctor. All secretly. I had to like submit all this shit, do a drug test, whatever. I go to pick up my prescription, and I am... You know, you have to wait that fucking 48 hours. That was horrible because I had to work. It was like a weekend night, and I'm working like an 8-hour shift, closing a restaurant, and like full withdrawals. I literally would be in the bathroom like crying, like sobbing, being like, this shit is real, because I never really like went through detoxed myself in the last like 3 years or however long. Right. And I remember like freaking out because like it's just like hell, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And my manager looked at me and he was like, you just look gone, Olivia. He was like pissed. He was like, what is wrong with you? I've gotten so many complaints. And it's like, I don't care about this bitch's fucking barbecue sauce when I literally am like dying right now. And so I was so pissed. Right. And then the next morning I was able to take my sub, overslept for my shift because it knocked me the fuck out, which I wasn't expecting. Yeah. And that shift, the day after, was supposed to be my first bartending shift. They just promoted me. Mm-hmm. And the GM told me he wasn't going to let me do it. And I was like, no, oh my God. So I went into the restaurant like at 6 a.m. to go and talk to him. Oh, shit. And this like he really changed my life. Like, honestly, I just wanted to be real with him. Yeah. Sat in his office. I was like, look, I'm addicted to fentanyl. I just overdosed. Like, I'm trying to get my shit together. I took a sub and it knocked me out. Like, telling him everything.
Wow. Holy shit.
I hadn't done that with like a single person in my entire life. Right. Besides my ex. So
and this is your employer.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. So dumb. No, but it worked out. No, right. Because, you know, it's a bar, like whatever. And he was cool.
It's the norm.
And he goes, I understand. He goes, I'm 10 years sober. Have you heard of AA? He printed out a list of meetings for me.
Holy shit.
And at the bottom of this list that he printed for me was a phone number. And he was like, call this number. They'll get you hooked up with meetings and stuff. Like, still let me bartend the next day. Let me keep my like promotion. Like, fuck. I still talk to the people from this restaurant, those managers, because like I have so much respect and like appreciation for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like, dude, for real.
I mean, that's definitely not really something I would have expected.
Right? Yeah. Right? Like, and they're sober in AA. Like, this is like the thing. It's like my higher power was always fucking with me. Yeah. Like, you know, the fact that my dealer was there to like even save my life. He never really stays. Like, and he just stayed because he was like fighting with his girlfriend or something. And like, and he saved my life. Like, thank God they were arguing, right, you know? Right. And then I tell my employer that it was something he should absolutely fire me for, because I'm absolutely doing drugs in the bathroom.
That's the,
you know what I mean?
That's the reaction I would expect.
Yes. And he just happens to be in AA, and I call this number, and it's for a detox. And I'm in Jacksonville, and it's for a detox in West Palm Beach, like right around where I grew up. And that detox ended up changing my life.
Really?
Like, for real. My ex still tried to tell me you don't need rehab. And I was on the phone.
Really?
Yes, dude.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. What? I don't know why. I think we were just so ignorant of it, but he had gone to rehab, so I don't know.
He just didn't want you to stop.
Yes. I
That's
think
all.
because like his life was so down too. Like I had so much like family support and stuff that I wouldn't have been able to make it without. So like I was his support. So if I left, where's he going to stay? Who's going to help him buy drugs? Who's going to help him get to work? Like all this shit, you know?
That's it right there.
Yes, he would have been alone. And that hurt me too, you know, because I was still like in love with him and all this shit. And I wanted him to be okay. But like, I can't die, you know?
Right, exactly.
And I was like literally on the phone with admissions when he was like, you don't need to go. And I remember the guy in admissions is like, who the fuck is that? What is he talking about? And that shocked me. I was like, oh, you're right.
I love that, dude.
He was so real. He was like, fuck that guy. What are you talking about? You just OD'd. I was like, yeah, true. And that honestly was helpful too, because I never really thought about it like that.
For sure. You got this fucking idiot in your ear just saying, no, fuck that.
You don't need rehab.
You don't need rehab.
Doing so much, like spending all of my money on fentanyl. Like, are you kidding me?
We just need to keep what we're doing right now, you know?
Yes, we're good. We're golden.
We're good.
We're living in a car. It's fine. You know what I mean? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. You go to rehab will ruin all my fucking plans.
I know. How am I going to get high if you're not here? What the fuck? Yeah, just crazy thinking back, especially knowing what I know now, just like insane.
Right.
So I end up telling my parents, I was like, okay, I'll go. Thank you for my dad's insurance, bless.
Yeah.
I literally I sat my mom down. I was like, hey, I'm addicted to fentanyl. I'm leaving for rehab in about 2 hours. And she was like, okay.
Wow.
She took it really well. I'm sure she like cried after, but she was like, I knew something was wrong. I think she was just so overwhelmingly happy that I was doing it. Cause like she didn't have to force me. I came to her. Because, you know, life is so fucking miserable like that, dude. Like, oh my God, it was horrible. So I go to this detox. In my head, I'll be there for 28 days. I'll be cured and I'm going back home to my job. That's literally what I thought. I thought I was just going to get off it and be fine. I get introduced to this whole fucking world, meetings, a book, 2 books, H&Is, all these people talking, all these cheesy sayings, groups, all this knowledge. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I was like, I'm going home. And they're like, you're going to relapse if you go home.
Right.
And I was like, no. I was like, what the fuck? And I ended up, it was like not like a detox like it was here too. The one here I was way different. It was 8 hours of groups a day. You get 1 phone call. I think they changed it to every other day by the time I stopped going there for 15 minutes, like monitored.
Really?
You don't leave the premises. You have no phone, no electronics.
That's zero chill.
Zero chill. But you know what? And it was horrible. It was miserable.
Yeah.
But I'm very grateful because I learned so much. I never applied it while I was there. But when I got this experience here in California, the detox here was like completely opposite. Like one group a day. Yeah, crazy. I had a phone. Like I got to apply all that knowledge while living a normal life. And that changed a lot for me. Yeah. And that detox, I went to like maybe 5-6 times. I would never be sober. I never got 30 days. I was always in the bathroom, like snorting Visceral or getting a guy to like cheek his Ativan for me or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like so bad.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, for real. Visceral does nothing if you snort it, by the way. Like literally nothing.
Nothing.
I went to my first PHP. I had a great time. I wasn't sober. I was doing a fuck ton of whippets. I was doing cough syrup, like anything I could do to not and pass a drug test.
Yeah.
They caught me with the whippets in a bullshit way, but like whatever. I was still doing whippets, and they're like, "That's a relapse. You just relapsed." And I was so mad when they said that. I was like, "That's fucking disrespectful." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" That's disrespectful. I literally said that straight to her face. I was like, "I smoke fentanyl. A whippet is not even like the same thing." It's like, bitch, like that's how like low IQ, stupid I was about this whole thing. I was like, what do you fucking mean I relapsed? I didn't do fentanyl. And I had that mentality for such a long time. Like, oh, I'll take shots and like drink and smoke weed, but I'm not doing fentanyl, so I'm sober. Absolutely. Not like restarting my time at all. I'm I'm like 6 months sober, but I literally haven't been sober a single day of that 6 months, you know? Just crazy.
No, I feel it. You're trying to go for the harm reduction route of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Progress, not perfection.
Right.
Period. Like, are you kidding me?
But it always goes back to you doing fentanyl.
Oh, always. And especially with, like, I remember one time I would always, like, relapse immediately, too. Like, when I got home, one of the times I got home, I, like, smoked a bowl. And I remember being angry because it wasn't the high I wanted. It was like a tease. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people that can be California sober because, like, if I want to get high, I want to get my high. And if I'm anything under that, I'm pissed. And I'll do anything I can to get up there, you know?
I feel that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either. I thought people were stupid when they said you couldn't smoke weed. I really did. I was like, you guys are just like brainwashed. Like, what the hell?
You're weak-minded. I can do it.
Yeah, literally.
For sure.
So yeah, and that was like a lot of shit happened obviously in between, like in and out of treatment and stuff. Got kicked out of everywhere. Never was really sober. But I learned more and more each time.
I see.
And then I left Jacksonville. I ended up getting kicked out of my house. I had just gotten home from treatment. I was smoking. I got like a fat bag. I got like 2 grams, and I was like going in because I had just been in treatment for like, I don't know. I did like till IOP almost.
I see.
And I passed out. My mom had to break the door down because I wasn't answering.
Yeah.
I grabbed my drugs, left, was living with my ex, and then I OD'd there. And then I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I had drug dealers telling me, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're, like, not, like, you're not supposed to, this isn't for you, you know?
Sure, yeah.
And then I moved to Tampa.
Okay.
With my best friend. And she had, like, a little studio apartment. We were literally, like, sharing a bed. She honestly helped me so much. Like, that, the reason I'm here is because I had people and family who literally never left my side and supported me through everything. And in Tampa, I was looking for fentanyl, but I didn't have a car. I was always with her too. So it's like I didn't really have time to like explore. I was drinking a lot. I started on this like 7-0 kratom shit, which I always made fun of, but now here I am.
Yeah. Weak.
Yeah, I know, pussy shit. But no, the withdrawals from that suck too.
I heard pretty gnarly.
It's actually pretty bad. So then I came, it's actually really bad.
It's actually really bad.
I put
know.
myself in a pre-sip on it too. I was pissed.
I'm learning more about kratom because of this podcast.
Dude,
swear.
It's a real thing. And like the first time I did it, I was like, wow, this really feels like an oxy because my tolerance was so low. Because like before, if I had ever done it, I felt nothing, you know?
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. And it's like weird because the withdrawals from that, it's like you get almost like heart palpitations, like you can't fully breathe, like almost like a panic breathing.
Dude, really?
And I didn't get that with Fent. With Fent, I just felt like horrible, but my breathing and heart was fine. You know? So that was weird.
Right.
Fun fact.
Actually, you actually feel like your life is going.
Yes. Oh my God, horrible.
Fuck, dude.
And the whole time I was in Tampa, I tried to find meetings at one point, but I was also smoking a lot of weed, and I just felt weird going to meetings stoned.
Oh yeah,
you know?
that's kind of normal,
right? I felt so awkward.
Yeah. They're not chill here.
No. And I know in Florida, like you can't even do if you're on subs or like Sublocade. I got on Sublocade this time getting sober. And they would not even allow me into a PHP in Florida if I was on Sublocade. No, Sublocade wasn't even an option for me.
Holy shit.
Yeah, if you're on subs, you can't go, or your PHP options are extremely limited. Extremely.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they take it like very strict. At least in my experience in South Florida. I remember my old sponsor over there, she had a sponsee who was on Suboxone. She had been on it for a very long time. And my sponsor was like, yeah, I'm just like, I'm not even going to try. She's on subs. She's not going to be able to get into a PHP. She's not ready.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I was like, fuck. Yeah. So this.
You got to be off everything.
Everything. Absolutely everything. Yeah.
Shit, dude.
I know like someone who, I've heard of someone in the rooms who has like kava, and that's like kind of fine. I guess like in California, it's just very different. But in Florida, that would be like, no, like absolutely not.
Really?
Like everything. Yeah. Everything.
Oh,
yeah.
I've never had kava before.
Same. I heard you have to do it like a lot for it to like build up.
Drink a gallon of it.
Yeah, that's probably what we would fucking. I would do at least anyway.
Okay, I kind of feel like I did a half a shot of heroin.
Yeah, like right. That would just piss me off. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So So you really couldn't stay clean in Florida at all?
No, not at all. I don't. Yeah, like literally not at all. I think all the information I was learning, I wasn't applying. I was just like taking notes and shit.
Valid. Okay.
I had and I like went through like people really were like trying to get through to me. I feel bad. Like I had one group leader be like, "You're gonna end up as a picture on a Facebook page one day." He was like, "If you go back to bartending and go back home," he's like, "You're gonna die." I had another one be like, "You give me an assignment." It was to write my obituary.
Fuck.
Didn't really take it. It didn't. I felt nothing reading that out loud. I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I had another one tell me like, "Olivia, the addict mind runs really strong with you," and I was just like, "You're fucking bullshit." But it did because like anything I could at any chance, I would just go. Like not even 30 days, dude. It was crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So the feeling of like getting sober, like I can still feel it now. It's just like so impossible because you're telling me that the one solution I've had my entire life, like for the last 10 years, is not viable, and you're taking it away to give me a promise of a better solution that I have no evidence of and have never experienced before.
Makes sense.
And that was like a lot for me. You have to have faith to get sober. You have to have faith that it's going to be okay. I feel like, you know? So and things like my whole mentality changed coming here because I went from, I was talking to a guy in Tampa because I called this number to find meetings, and he owned a detox in San Clemente. And I didn't know that. I was just trying to find a fucking meeting. But you know how admissions people are?
Right.
Literally, he was always trying to get me to go. And I was like, do I get my own room? Because I haven't had that in years. And do I get to keep my phone? And he was like, yeah, absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
And I was like, period, let me go, you know? Because
welcome to California.
Yeah, literally. And I love my best friend, but like, we were literally sharing a bed in a studio. Like I just needed some space, but I was gonna detox off the kratom, stay there for 7 days. That was my commitment. I said, I'm not staying the whole time. And I had my phone because I had 2 jobs, a smoke shop and bartending. And I wanted to keep in contact with my bosses.
Sure. Yeah.
And I lied to them. I said I was going to see my grandpa. He's not doing good. So I'll be back in a week.
Oh my God. Grandpa.
I say that all the time. Like when customers ask like why I moved, I'm just like, oh, my grandpa.
My grandpa.
Yeah.
He's not doing good.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh God.
Oh, that's so bad.
So you went to San Clemente first?
Yeah, I was like, I spent a month up there at a really awesome detox.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't think they're open anymore. I think they recently closed because it was like a newer one. They'd only been open for 2 years, but it really changed my life, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's rad. I actually think stories like that is pretty cool because it's like it was just there for you at the right time.
Yeah, like super random. I never would have thought. I told my mom about it, that I was thinking of going. She said, I understand why, but she was like, if you go to California, I don't want to be a part of it.
Whoa.
Because, and I get it, because like she had been so invested in like the whole process of me going to detox and everything like 6 times. All the PHPs, all the IOPs, me calling her at 2 a.m, I got kicked out, like all the shit. She just probably was just like fucking done.
Yeah.
So I told her, I was like, okay. I didn't tell her. And then I got on a flight, and then she found out I was going to California because I used her Starbucks app at the Arizona airport. And she was like, why the fuck are you in Arizona?
I remember you telling me this. That time she found out.
She was pissed. So bad. But
Starbucks.
Yeah, literally. I know. So
dumb.
Caramel macchiato got me. Oh, that's funny.
And wow. So even when you finished detox, is your mom not cool about it?
No, she was.
After
she was a lot cool because I think she could tell that this time was different.
I see.
Way different than anything before because this detox was so chill, like one group or whatever, and like my therapist was really great. Everything was really great. We got to go to the beach. We got to go out. Cool. I was finally living a normal life.
I see.
Like normally, no drugs.
Yeah.
No treatment. Yeah. Well, not no treatment, but you know what I mean. Like yeah. And I just remember thinking like, wow, this is so much better than what I was doing back home. Like I wasn't like miserable back home, but I realized I was like how unhappy I was there compared to now. Cause I never had a chance to just like sleep and wake up and make breakfast and then like talk to people and like, you know, whatever, go to the mall, go to the beach, like whatever. I hadn't had that in so long, you know, because there was always that in the back of my mind. Okay, I need to pick up. Okay, I need to use. Or I was like in detox trying to do the same thing.
Right.
And everything I learned from all those groups in that detox in Florida, I was finally able to breathe and live and apply. Mm-hmm. And that was huge.
Fuck yeah.
And then, so I didn't stay for a week. I obviously stayed. And then I went to a PHP, which is crazy because I hate PHP. I've always hated PHP because I've been so many times.
Yeah. The burnout. Fuck yeah.
Yes. The burnout was crazy, like institutionalized.
Yeah.
And it was an all-women's PHP, which I think helped because I would use guys as like a distraction, obviously, because like I would be bored.
To be honest, I think what do you call it? Co-ed rehabs are terrible.
Yeah,
should never be a thing.
You know what I mean?
Should never be a thing.
Because the drama between just guys or the drama between just women is like completely different and way more solvable than the two together.
Yeah.
You know,
you're just asking for it, to be honest.
Exactly. Like I see,
their minds are fried.
Yes,
they're not getting any, and they have to.
They're horny. They just got sober, and then like they're locked in with all these people. Oh my god, it's like high school. It's like ridiculous. High school for like unstable addicts.
Pretty much.
I see ads on Facebook for couples rehab, and I'm like, I don't know.
No, fuck you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Couples rehabs. That's so codependent. Like,
no,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true. It's very codependent. It's just such a bad idea.
Yeah, like how do you sell that? Mm-hmm. I guess you're ridiculously codependent people.
Yeah, like
we're gonna get sober together.
Please. Like, oh my god, even if like a couple like who used together ends up together, they probably got sober separately. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like you need time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so this treatment center, honestly, I didn't love. There was a lot of things I didn't like about it, but I was so aware of my patterns now that I could literally be in a 5-star hotel on the moon and I will complain about the fucking water pressure and want to go home. So every problem that I had or like whatever complaint that I had, I would text my counselor. I'd be like, is this valid? Yeah. And, you know, all the other treatment centers, I would get like really close with people and we would go out and we would do things and drive around and I would make best friends and like, which is all great. Yeah. But I was not focusing at all on like the reason why I was there.
I see.
You know, so I really took this time, especially like seeing and meeting people when I really started copying from like the hood and like living in there and seeing like people and like people's sons and daughters on the street going through the same thing that I was going through, who would absolutely do anything to be in that seat in that PHP where I was getting therapy, getting like treatment, a place to stay or whatever. I couldn't take it for granted anymore because it was just so real and so in my head. I'm like, I'm going to take these resources that I have because this is truly like life and death. You know, I had just overdosed again. Like, I'm going to take this time, focus on me and do what I need to do. I could give a fuck if like Susie from Group C called me a bitch. Like, okay, she can call me a bitch and she can think about me, but you know what? I'll pray for her. I hope she gets her focus right because people like that, they're just going to relapse and come back. And I'll be, you know, and I was just so done. Yeah. And I was just so like, you know, when you like go to the gym and you work out and you start to see results and you get really excited and really hyped and it just makes you want to go to the gym more. Right. It was like that shit, you know? So I would see results. I would learn things in therapy. I would understand the steps more. And like, I would see like my thinking change. I like, if something bad happened, I wouldn't let it consume me and make me run away and jump ship. Like I just calmed, worked through it. How can I work through it? Like whatever. I literally like would lock myself away in my room. And I got a job like my second week of PHP.
Oh, shit.
Because my dad was like, you need to get a job. You need to get a job, whatever. You have a car payment, like whatever.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, because they were over my shit, you know, and they also don't understand. So I get it. And that it put a barrier between us for a while because it's like I'm getting sober and you're like, this time it's like real. I don't know how else to convince you. But I think that helped too because then I was in the real world a little bit.
I see.
So now I'm living like I'm still in treatment. I'm learning all this stuff. And then I'm actually able to like go out and apply it. So I'm in that bubble while also being a little bit out of that bubble for like 5 hours a day, you know? So that was cool. And like they would drink at that job. Like they were Italian, you know, so they would have wine, they would drink. We were next to a bar, whatever. And for the first time ever, I felt absolutely no desire to like join that. No shit. When every time before I would jump at the fucking chance.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So that was crazy to me too. And then, yeah, I graduated my program. I really kept to myself, my higher power. I got so close with God. Like, that really helped a lot. I really, like, truly saw everything he did for me through this entire thing. I really, like, fully believe that the reason I went through all of this is to find God and get closer with him. Yeah. And I'm really grateful for that. It was a really fucked up way, whatever, but, like, I'll take it, you know?
Sure.
It's better than nothing.
Better than nothing, for sure.
And it was the first time I ever graduated a program. My mom was able to come to my graduation.
Really?
My mom, my grandma.
That's so awesome.
All this shit. And, like, I was, like, crying.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my God. And the first time it really hit, like, I just, like, knew I was done. I was at HA. And I got I think it was, like, my 60-day chip. And on the back of it, it said, no more suffering.
Yeah.
And that made me realize that, like, the obsession wasn't there like it was before. And I, like, sobbed. I still sob. Every time I get a chip, I just, like, cry because that horrible, heavy feeling of I will never be able to get sober. This is going to be absolutely impossible is, like, gone because I'm doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And so I went to sober living. It was a really great sober living. Sober livings in Florida are like $1,300 a month to be in a twin bed. And it was like kind of bullshit. And this one was way cheaper. It was beautiful.
Oh, no shit.
Like so nice. I'm really grateful I got to go there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was actually really great. I'm super grateful for that because I'm like in a like nice house in La Jolla for like $500, you know? So that's like fire. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
And then, yeah, I like was in therapy and I got to the point where like, I'm good. You know, like I don't need to keep doing this. I got my own place, like, well, not my own, but I got like an apartment. And then I got a really good job, which I also credit like higher power. Again, I was praying my ass off for this job. I was like, okay, God, if you don't give me this job, I know it's for a reason, but also I would really love this job,
but,
you know?
Yeah, right.
And I had to like calm yes, please. Whatever happens, it's your will. Fine.
Right.
And that was great. That's like another huge thing is like, I'm not trying to control everything. And I'm so grateful for that because, oh my God, trying to control everything is stressful, you know? And I'm bad as fuck at it. So if something shitty happens, it's like, great, you know what? I don't have to fucking deal with it. I'm giving that shit to God and it's not even going to be in my brain. And now I'm a little over a year clean off fent. And then I just got my 10 months sober, which is like the longest ever.
Yeah, here, let me give you one of these.
Hey. Thank you. So cute.
I haven't done it recently, so.
I love that.
Heck yeah.
So
that's awesome. So 10 months off everything.
Yeah, everything.
That's fucking
in
good.
A row. So
in a row. No,
good.
Including holidays.
Yeah, including holidays.
Cool. Yeah, dude.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank
and
you.
dude, do you want to stay here in San Diego, or are you gonna go? I think I asked you this before, but
yeah, I go back and forth. You know, I do miss Florida a lot because obviously that I've been there most of my life. It's also way cheaper. The beaches are also warmer, but whatever.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, the water's so cold here, but I kind of like it sometimes. And one thing that's hard is that my mom is very sad that I'm here because, you know, I didn't even tell her I was coming. I told her I was going to stay for a week, and now I just like signed a lease
now
type
it's been
shit.
over a year.
Yeah. So that's hard because every time I talk to her, she's like, "Come back home."
Yeah.
My cat's over there. But I'm so like, I know I can't go back there.
Yeah.
At least right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I want to be in California for the rest of my life unless I find like a husband or open a business or like some shit that keeps me here.
Shit.
You know.
Yeah. Some chain.
Yes, some sort of chain. But things are going good now. Like, obviously shit's not perfect, but like it's going good, and I don't see a reason to go back and risk anything right now. I'm doing my amends, and I want to finish my steps and start sponsoring soon. So I'm really excited about that.
Nice.
So yeah, like I would like to go back home, and I get homesick a lot. But in every city that I've lived, everywhere, it's just like drugs and drug dealers. That's all I know it for. So it's like, I'm not going to go back. Why?
Yeah. If it's a high risk environment, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. And it would just be like starting over. Like, I remember I went for Thanksgiving and I just felt kind of like dread because I was just like, oh, I'm just plopped right back to where I was before here. Like, here I have friends. I have an amazing sponsor.
I see.
I have a good job. I'm making good money. I got a place. Like, you know, I'm not going to like drop all of that because I feel homesick sometimes, and my mom wants me to come back and go home to where all the dealers are.
Yeah. Even though we know that's not our intention, but yes.
Yes, of course not. Of course
but
not.
for sure.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to come back home.
Really?
Well, I never left San Diego.
Right.
But I stayed out of here for a while.
How long?
Well, I was in jail and rehab for a year, so that and then I went to a sober living. So yeah, it was like it was a solid 1 year, one whole year.
1 year, that's
I was gone, and then I came back to a sober living that was like really strict.
Really?
Well, it was good. I really needed it. It was it's more of a nonprofit than a sober living.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so the rent was super cheap and affordable.
Fire.
And it was like, you had curfew. They want you to go to meetings pretty much almost every day. They want you to work steps. They want you to get a sponsor. So super structured.
Yeah.
So when I came back home, I had a good idea of like what to do throughout my day.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
you had that like burned into your brain a little.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, because if I would have just got out and did my time and just get dropped off at the trolley station, that's what they do.
Really?
Yeah. They well, you can have your loved ones pick you up, but no one was picking me up anymore.
Yeah,
They actually really didn't want to, even the first time. So what they do is they get a taxi. The jail is by like the border. It's like way down there, like
really
almost in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
So yeah, they call a taxi, and the taxi picks you up from the jail and then drops you off at the trolley station.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The trolley station's probably not the best place to go after jail either.
Everyone goes straight to the liquor store.
Yep.
We always get cigarettes and alcohol.
I think I was there one time. I was like, I could cop from him. I could cop from him. I
Yeah,
could, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So every time that happens, every time I get dropped off there, it's always bad. It's always bad from the start.
Yes, I get that.
So yeah, when I came back, I had completed residential. I'm in this structured environment. And I'm like looking for a job. I got a job, and I keep everything A to B.
Yeah.
So that helped me out a lot.
Where was your treatment center?
My treatment center is the Freedom Ranch.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Campo.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that was way out there. There's nobody there.
No trolley station there.
No, fuck no, dude. There's one bus stop, and there's like one bus. There's a bus stop right in front of the place, but there's one bus that goes by.
Wow.
Literally one, like, a day. Like, one bus.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So it's like small town?
Small town.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So, yeah, I lived there. I even became, like, a local at one point.
No, because you were there for
I was there
long.
for so long. And it's so small. Everyone knows each other.
Right.
When they see you, you're like, oh, you're not from here. And then they start trying to talk to you and get to know you.
Right.
It's super, it's trippy. It's like Twilight Zone.
That's actually kind of crazy because that's like the opposite of like here.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I grew up here. Sometimes it's like, I don't even know.
You don't know anyone,
here,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially because everyone's trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
Everyone I grew up with, there's only a few people. Like some people from high school and stuff I know, they still stay here. But
in this neighborhood or area?
Yeah, in this neighborhood and area. But most people are just like, fuck it, we gotta get out of here. They'll go to like Texas or something.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Because it's cheap as fuck.
Yeah. That's where I'm thinking of.
Like a red state.
Yeah.
Red conservative states. They're always like, oh yeah, I could buy a house for $100,000. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, no, literally. That's how my mom tries to get me. She's like, oh, what you're paying for your room, you could get a 2-bedroom house. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But so I stayed away, and then I went back after a year. But
how is it coming back? How was it coming back?
It was pretty good. I missed my family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I stayed away from some family, but then I ended up just like kind of slowly coming back fully in the mix.
Right.
I didn't really want to set expectations. That's one thing I really didn't want to do again. I didn't want them to think like, oh,
yeah,
I'm gonna be good forever. I'm gonna, I was on probation and still, and I had a long way to really even get a normal life again.
Right, because like that's one thing that I'm dealing with now that I didn't think of is like integrating back into normal society after being an addict and in treatment for so long. That's like a whole thing.
It's a whole other world.
And you were in jail too, so that's also a whole nother thing.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah. So I had to deal with over here. They do politics and stuff in jail. Mm-hmm. So I had my mind on that throughout jail and also when I got out. Because it's like it kind of just sticks with you for a while,
right?
You get so used to it, and then I always thought I was gonna go back. I just prepared to go back.
Really?
Oh yeah. Because I got so used to going in and out.
Oh, so you were in and out multiple times?
Yeah. That was like the last time I went was like my 5th time in 2 years.
For what, like possession?
Yeah. Well, the first time they actually caught me with dope. It was real dope, and then the other times were needles.
Really? Mm-hmm. They can arrest you just for needles?
Yeah. At the time they did.
Residue.
At the time they did.
Oh, so not anymore?
No.
Now they pass out fucking needles.
Yeah, now they pass out needles. I know.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
That would piss me off, low-key.
Dude. Food. I mean,
I'm off.
I get so upset, like, I was bitter about it for a while.
Oh, I would be.
Because I was looking at 4 fucking years.
Whoa, for a fucking needle is crazy.
For needles. Yes. It was fucking nuts, dude. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, there's people like that stab people and they're looking at similar time.
Yup. Yeah, like, that's ridiculous. 4 years is actually ridiculous.
How's that equal? It's not.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, dude, I was really upset. So when I went to court, so I was so upset. It's a whole fucking story. But I was so upset. I went to trial. I was going.
As you should.
Yeah, and and I was like, you know what, dude? Like, fuck this, man. If you guys are gonna fucking break me off, then we're going all the way with this.
Yeah.
And then, well, what happened was my rep in jail told me to sign the deal, and then so he told me to sign the deal because he for sure knew that they were gonna fuck me.
Oh, really? Yeah. If you go to trial,
I'm a minority and I'm poor.
Wow.
Yeah, that has something.
Even in California, and it's a drug charge. How long ago is this?
I caught my case in 2010, and then my last case was in 2013. The last needle they caught me with.
Wow.
So that was So that was 13 years ago. The last time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The laws were so different. The system was really
society was more fucked up too.
But I yes, there is a part of me that's very bitter about that. But I also look at it. It was a plan, dude. Like I needed to get out of my shitty ass life.
Right.
And even with that ridiculous laws that they had, that was the way I can get out.
Yes.
That was my out.
That's another good thing about getting sober is you see every, like, at least for me, like I saw every little fucked up thing, every down, every step back, like contributed to my thinking and where I'm at now, you know? And that's the cool part. But hindsight's 2020. I was still pissed off in the moment.
Oh,
obviously,
yeah.
I imagine you were too.
I was fucking pissed, dude. I was very bitter about it. And what kind of made it a little lighter is that they changed the laws when I was on probation.
Oh, so did they take you off? And
yeah, they just literally, and they didn't even tell me. I went to my probation office. This is like 2015. I went to my probation office, and then I'm checking in with my PO, and they had me wait there for a fucking hour, and they're like, "We can't find you," and I'm like, "What do you mean you can't find me? I've been coming here for 2 fucking years." Yeah, like how do you not find me?
And now you're gone.
I've seen my fucking file with my picture on it with my mugshot. Like I know I'm here. And then they're like, "Oh, you know what? What happened was that they changed the laws and it just passed this election. And I didn't even fucking pay attention to this election.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
And then I was like, what? And then they're like, yeah, so you're off probation. We should have sent you a letter on the nail. Sorry.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Were you happy or angry?
I was happy.
Yeah.
I'm off just like that.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to deserve it.
You go to check in with your PO and you don't even have to anymore.
Yeah,
surprise.
Yeah, and I still owed outpatient too. So I thought for sure they were gonna make me stay for a lot longer.
Wow.
But yeah, they didn't care anymore.
That's one of those
not their problem anymore.
The promises or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you're like, holy shit, it's real.
Here, give you a break.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, I did 6 years of probation. I think.
Holy shit! I was about to ask 6 years.
Yeah, I caught it in 2010, my case, and then 2015 that all changed, and then they fully took me off at 2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long were you on it when you could have been off it?
Oh my God, dude.
Do you know?
It should have been 18 months. No. Yeah. I should have got off probation 2011.
What?
Yeah, like the end of it. Yeah.
Wait, but the law changed in 2000?
No, because I kept fucking up. Every time you fuck up,
They add on?
Yeah, they keep adding on. So that's what happened.
Wow.
That's why I was on for so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, if the law didn't change, it would have still been 2016, but I would have had a PO. I would have to still continuously check in. And because I wasn't completing my outpatient, which I was neglecting, they were going to fucking keep me on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And so then when you're on parole, it's just basically like you have to check in, do random drug tests like all the time.
Yeah. They were really lenient about it. The second year, the first year was like once a month. And then the second year, it was like every 2 months.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But I would have to, like, every time I got my appointment for my PO, I went to my job and I told them, hey, I need this. I don't tell them what it's about.
Right.
I need this morning off. I cannot be.
Like, I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, because if you miss, that's, like, fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. And
wow.
It happened in the past.
Really?
It wasn't good. Talking about warrants.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you get a warrant.
You get a warrant.
That's
Well,
so true.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, like when they said they couldn't find you, like, bitch, if you couldn't find me, I would be in jail right now. What are you talking about?
That's pretty much the system, man. It was a trip.
Wow.
That's how I got clean, though. So as much as I didn't like it, and I felt like a victim, I felt like a victim at some of it, and maybe I was a little bit, a little bit. But I had a part in it, so I put myself in that position. So that's why I accepted it, and I just was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm getting off probation. I'm getting. Yeah. That was like one of my goals. That's literally one of my goals is, getting clean sober.
Yeah.
I'm getting off probation. And so when I get pulled over, I can tell the police to fuck off. You cannot search me.
You can like blast your music and shit and not care.
Yeah. You can harass me like a regular person. Not like
I'm not a criminal anymore.
Not a criminal.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I love that. That's another thing about like this program and the steps is like some people think of it like a little culty or whatever. Like I know my friend talks shit about it, but it's like,
oh really?
Yeah, because she doesn't know. She's like not in the program at all. She's like it works at a dispo, all that stuff.
Oh, on the outside looking in, I would think that too.
Right, but it's like, dude, like the thinking, the ways that this program and the steps have changed my thinking for the better. Like just what you just said, like I put myself in that position, like, so I'm going to accept it and make it a goal to get out of it. Like, even though I was victimized a little bit, which is absolutely true and 100% valid, you're still like, I had a part in it. And I've experienced that same kind of thinking that I never would have ever thought before without the program. So I really think, like, people say it all the time, like, it can help anyone.
No, absolutely.
It's just like a more healthier way of mindset and dealing with shit.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
it's like really cool.
Yeah, if you're full victim mode, I mean, you're never going to fix anything.
Yes.
You're always going to be stuck on that shit.
Horrible. That was the problem with my ex. He was a perperpetual victim, but he always did it to himself.
Yeah, exactly.
And you couldn't tell him nothing, or else you were attacking him. And it's like, I can't, you know.
You're harming my mental health.
Yes, and it just sucks because you just want to be like, no, like, no.
Yeah.
But, you can only do so much.
Absolutely.
That's cool. You also said something. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You said something that interested me. You said that when you got out of treatment when you were at Freedom Ranch and you came back home, you said that we were talking about how you slowly integrated back into your family and you didn't want to give them like super high expectations that this isn't everything. So how did you avoid doing that? Like what was your way of like not giving them super high expectations? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I try not to talk a big game.
Right. Yeah.
I try not to just say, I'm clean. I'm not ever using it again.
Yeah.
And you know what's the funny part is that you didn't even have to. They could just tell.
Yeah.
They could just they pay attention.
Right. Yeah. I feel like they do like, more than we know.
Yeah. The more than they let me on. Yeah. Like that's the funny part is that you know we think that we perceive ourselves in this way. And it's not really 100% accurate sometimes.
No, literally. Just like when I thought I didn't smell like weed in class. Like, bitch. Like, you know, we think we're slick. We're not. And after disappointing family so many times, I feel like if I was in that position, like, it would be hard to be like, oh, it's good. You know?
Right.
So, which
So,
sucks.
yeah. So I just, I showed up and I just kind of, kept my P's and Q's, and I just, and then just eventually time just passes,
Right.
day by day. And then, those, early days of like getting like a early milestone become, years. And then, my family, I think they don't worry about me like they did back in the day.
Yeah.
Maybe they worry about me in some ways, but
of course.
But it's not like, oh, this guy he ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, right.
I mean?
They're worried about normal things, not if you're gonna die and shit.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
How long do you have now?
13 years.
13 years. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Oh my god! After hearing what you just told me, that like gave me chills.
Yeah.
How do you like? Because you're still so involved in like treatment and program and stuff, and like. The other, like last month, I'm a bartender, when I was at the bar, I had a guy like fall asleep. I don't remember if I told you this, but I found out he got really lit. It was like super early in the morning. I had to like kick him out low key.
Okay.
And he had 10 years clean and he had just relapsed that week. And that's like kind of what was going on.
Shit.
And that scared the shit out of me a little bit because, you never know like when you can pick up. Like I could pick up before the end of the day today or tomorrow or whatever.
For sure.
And I'm sure he felt very confident and did a lot of work to get there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
How do you keep your sobriety in check and like all that? You know what I mean? Like how have you kept it up for 13 years?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's a really great question. I mean, and part of it is hearing shit like that. Part of it.
Yeah.
Like very part, you don't forget where you come from.
Right.
That's for me. Like I know I am that jail guy. I know that I am that junkie.
Yeah.
I know that I have gnarly behaviors.
Yeah.
And some will even carry out probably throughout the rest of my life. Defects of character and all that shit.
Of course, yeah. No.
No. Really though, what keeps me grounded is it's kind of fucked up, to be honest.
No,
like,
tell me.
no, it's like learning from others' fucking mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen countless people with real, good amount of time, and they just fucking give it up, and some of them don't even come back.
Right.
They stay stuck on it, or they just die.
Yeah. A lot of people are dying nowadays.
Right. So that's always like ingrained in my head.
Yeah.
To be a part of the no matter what club.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of one fellowship.
I like that.
They like to say that, no matter fucking what. But staying grounded, staying humble is huge.
Right. Yeah.
Because we all got egos.
Of course.
We all got it. So keeping myself in check. And I think really what it comes down to is kind of listening to, just like be open, like open-minded.
Right. Yeah.
Just don't think that you always got it.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean?
I like that.
Yeah,
because you can always take a suggestion if you're.
Yeah. And if it's stupid, then just go, okay, whatever. Don't apply to me.
Right. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. You gotta. My uncle actually told me. My uncle who's sober now. He told me you gotta always remain teachable.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't just think that you're hot shit.
You know everything. Yeah.
You know everything. Yeah. When you know everything, that's when you're fucked.
Okay, that's really good advice, actually.
Yeah.
Because it is easy to get wrapped up in like what you got going on now and forget where you were.
For sure.
For
sure.
Or like being good where you are now and then like thinking, oh, I'm fucking good. Like, fuck you,
And that's why, when I see people, bragging and boasting at meetings or maybe that, they're like, they got like one thing going on for themselves and they just, it gets to their heads. Mm-hmm. Like maybe, I'll just give one example. Yeah. Maybe they just start hitting the gym and then they get like all yoked and they just think they're,
yes,
they're just top shit.
Yes, because they got that one thing they're untouchable.
Yeah, exactly. They got one thing going on.
That is true. I've experienced that a lot. Like the guy who's in detox for like the 11th time, quoting every chapter of the Big Book and teaching other people, and it's like, dude.
yeah, exactly. So maybe teach yourself.
Yeah, literally. That's so funny.
There'll always be that. I'm going to be a drug and alcohol counselor.
Yeah, their shares were like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah, the timer.
Yes.
I acknowledge the timer, but I have 4 more other fucking points. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Literally. The timer's there for a reason, bro.
Yeah. Well, you know, recovery's a little different now than it was. I guess I don't really talk about that very often. But, you know, recovery, when I first got in, when I got clean, 2013, you know, I went to meetings in 2010, but I was fucked up. So I don't count that because I don't remember him. But it was very like, you know, not like ultra traditional, but it was very like, you know, if you were like new, you know, you shut up and listen.
Right. Yeah.
You know, old timers and people with time would just kind of would put you in check.
Right.
They didn't hesitate. You know what I mean?
And they weren't like sugarcoating anything.
And they would not. Yeah. They did not care about your fucking feelings.
I kind of like that a little bit.
Me too. I think there has to be some of that.
A balance.
There has to be some of that. Don't be a straight mean. And
don't be an asshole.
Where you're gonna traumatize them, and then,
right? They'll never come back to another.
They'll never come back to another meeting. But yeah, I mean, there has to be some like, you know, like assertiveness, you know.
Yeah.
So you could make your message clear.
Like just being real.
Being real. Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
I needed that too. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know when you like, you know, sugarcoat everything and you want to just be everybody's friend and
yes,
you know, you're not helping nobody.
Right. Right. And especially like when you're new in sobriety, like when I was new in sobriety, I was also the perpetual victim who thought I was special. So if people are sugarcoating shit to me, it won't get through, you know? Of course. I had this counselor at detox who was so fucking real, and that helped me so much. Like I was just like, should I leave this center because of this problem? He's like, no, you're being a bitch. Like, don't. And I would be like, okay, bet. Okay. Like, I'll take it. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me yap.
I enjoyed this. This was fun.
Yeah, this was good. Have you done your story on here yet?
I did a while ago. Fuck, it's probably way down there now. You're like 200 and something.
Wow.
230 something.
Oh my God.
So I was like, I did mine like when I was 11 years clean.
Wow.
I did my
nice.
You know, God, I hate re-listening to my podcast, but that was what I re-listened to because I was like, how did I sound?
Yeah, I would do the same fucking thing.
And then I'm like, okay, I guess that sounded good. I guess, I don't know. But yeah, because I did it by myself.
Oh, okay.
That was the only time.
That.
Yeah, I did it. I turned on my thing and I'm like, okay, let's just speak like I'm at a meeting, but there's nobody here and there's no reactions to anything. But yeah, so I did my own story.
What was your intro song?
I did. One of my favorite movies is Trainspotting. I did Iggy Pop, Lust for Life.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good movie too.
Yeah, I love that movie. That was my intro song, and I did an outro one.
What was your outro?
Rolling Stones.
Nice.
Oh my God, what's the name of that song? I can't remember the name of the song, but it was the outro. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which was also
nice. Okay, cool. I like that.
So yeah, that was like my own special podcast episode. I've done other ones too, but yeah, but it's always different.
Right.
I've noticed that like my story is the same, but I just will remember stuff.
Right. There's like so much that happens in the years.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
I cramp so much shit in a very small period of time.
Right. It's crazy, especially with all the treatments and jail experiences and all that. I'm sure there's like so much. You could probably write a book or talk for like 5 hours.
I literally think I could write a book about just how my life was at just the age of 22.
Right.
Because that was when I went twice to 2 rehabs, and that's when I got clean.
Wow.
Yeah.
You honestly, I feel like you should with your brand.
Just
you know,
make my own like fuck fentanyl book.
Yes, with your story, because you have a lot of clean time, a lot of good advice. You've been through a lot and help a lot of people.
That'd be fun.
That'd be cool.
I don't know if I'm ever be cut up to be a writer, but
I bet you could.
But that would be fun. You know, do a little thing about me and thing with like the backstory of fuck fentanyl, which is always.
Oh, there's a backstory to it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's pretty lengthy.
Yeah.
But pretty much what made me start the Fuck Fentanyl brand is when my best friend died.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I started this thing when it was his it was like little stickers and stuff I was passing out. But then the clothing brand was actually I started that on his heavenly birthday.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
That's hard, dude.
So I'd love to do like a whole thing of just like of the start of it and then like maybe like talking about like the people I've met. Yeah. This thing opened doors for me, and because I'm just to myself, you know.
Yeah.
I'm always just like I'm pretty quiet, and I just like to observe mostly.
Yeah.
But so when I started this brand, it's like kind of the thing that kind of got me out of my shell.
I love that. That's really good. And I feel like that's important too. Because like I'm the same way. Like I'm so kind of antisocial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like part of it is because so many people have passed away in my life that I've gotten close to or with drugs or whatever. Just like maybe subconsciously, like, you know what I mean?
You tune out.
Yeah. It's just like, bro, I just need to stay with myself.
Yeah.
What was your friend's name?
Philip Palmer.
Philip Palmer.
Yeah.
This episode is dedicated to Philip Palmer.
Oh, well, shit. I appreciate you dedicating it to him.
Of course.
Yeah. But that's the little wrap of it, or at least. Well, maybe another episode I'll get more into detail.
Yeah, you should.
I'd love to have you back on.
I would love to. This is so much fun. I love talking. I love talking to you. You have a good story too. I was gonna say, hand me the soundboard. I'll do your podcast now.
Maybe, hey, shit. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Oh, well, thank you so much for thinking of me and having me here.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on again.
Of course.
All right. Well, goodbye, everybody. Have a good rest of your day.